Hello, Steve Mills here, the Prudent Marketer. Thank you ever so much for being here again, and it's great to be here sharing with you some tried, tested and proven ideas that I know are going to help you grow your business. Today I want to talk to you about what I call the secret of success. Now, when I say I actually pinch this, like I do most of my ideas, from other people. This is about learning from other people. I pass on the information, and this I learned from Tony Robbins. You may have heard of Tony. He talks about his secret of success a lot. Now, I want you to think about this from a point of view of marketing. This is a 5-step sequence, but I also want you to think about it as, you may think, well, I sort of know this, Steve. Tell me something new, Steve. Well, I'm probably not going to, but what I am going to do today is I'm going to remind you of what you already know, and what I really hope I'm going to do is to get you to take action, because action equals results, okay? So that said, let me go through the system for you. So the first thing you need to do if you're going to be successful is to know what you want. Okay, now if you think about this from a marketing point of view, let's be specific. How many leads do you want? It could be that, couldn't it? Getting 100 leads a year at the moment. I need to get 200 leads a year in order to double my business, or whatever that figure is for you. Now it might be, the success of your website, so the number of people who visit it. You want to get that from wherever it is now to wherever you want it to go. So try and be specific. You've probably heard of the SMART model, where everything's specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and timed. I don't like the realistic word myself. I like to be unrealistic. Let's be, let's push ourselves beyond what we think we're capable of. And if we don't quite achieve it, wouldn't that be awful? It'd be good, great, if you're turning over 100 grand, why not set your goal to turn over 500 grand or £1 million next year, and only get 3/4 of the way. That's not too bad, is it? That's my attitude anyway. The next thing is, you can have all the goals you like. They're a total and utter waste of time until you do point 2, and that is take action. You've got to do something. A lot of people have daydreams. They don't do anything. So take action. You've got to put a plan together. Okay, what are you going to do? So that's step 2. Step 3 is, Robbins calls it sensory acuity, which is a sort of way of saying notice whether this is working or not. Because most people haven't got a clue. When you're going to turn up to measure it on a daily basis, a weekly basis, a monthly basis, you've got to measure it. There is no excuse in the modern digital world for you not to know your key sales and marketing numbers. Okay, there, I've said it. You've got to do this, guys. If you don't know your numbers, you cannot manage what you do not measure. When was that said? Probably in the 40s, 30s, I don't know, a long, long time ago. And yet I see so many businesses still not doing this. So that's step 3. So we've got know what you want, take action, measure to see if it's working. What happens if it's not working? Well, you change your approach. You do something different. You test the headlines. You change the copy. You change the pictures. You use video. Or you don't use video. You improve the text. You improve the target market. You do something to your marketing in order to improve the results that you're getting. What do most people do? Well, they do this. They keep doing the same thing again and again, expecting a different result. And that's, I think, was Einstein's theory of insanity. Insanity is doing the same thing again and again, expecting a different result. So we don't want to do that. The other thing people do is they do it once, they do it twice, and they think, well, that didn't work, I'll go and do something else. They go like butterflies from one marketing approach to another. And the last thing, step 5, is where you get all the rewards, and that is to model success. Go and find somebody who's got what you want, do the same things, you get the same results. Now, I'm not suggesting, plagiarism here. I'm talking about adapting things. I was always taught at school not to copy other people. What a load of rubbish that was. Now I'm an adult. I copy all the time. I look at if I was going to get a new website for the Prudent Marketing Company now, I reckon I'd go and have a look at Apple's. Those guys have got a rough idea what they're doing in terms of design. Is there anything I can take from Apple, arguably one of the best designed brands in the world, and adapt it for me? What about Amazon if I wanted an online, sales-based thing? Do you think that website looks like that just by accident? Or do you think they've tested and tried and got it as good as they could? So is there anything we can learn from Amazon too? Yeah, I'm sure you get the idea. I'm not suggesting I'm going to nick Apple's design. I'm not going to do that. Right? Just to be clear, I'm going to see, is there anything that I can, utilize in this fantastic website and adapt for my website. So, and that doesn't apply to websites, obviously. That applies to emails and blogs and anything else that you're doing in your sales and marketing, really. Okay, that's about it. So 5 steps: know what you want, take action. If it doesn't work, change your approach. No, sorry, let me get this right. If you know what you want, take action. Notice whether it's working or not. If it doesn't work, change your approach. And to cut down a whole load of time, effort and money, model success. Well, go and get a coach. Go and get somebody to coach you and help you. Somebody who's got loads of experience doing what they do, and get them to help you. Okay, that's about it for this week. Thank you ever so much for listening. I'm really looking forward to sharing some more tried, tested and proven ideas next week. Thanks ever so much for listening.